And your new NXT World Heavyweight Champion is none other than Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe defeated Finn Balor in a Lowell, Massachusetts house show on the NXT brand. And this is a really interesting turn of events for the WWE. I think the WWE is now fast-tracking itself to get this Balor Club storyline ahead, to get ready for Payback. And honestly, I think that is the best way to go about it. You know, the WWE is just, kind of putting this on the back burner. They're really focusing on, AJ Styles and Roman Reigns match towards the pay-per-view. And then, out of nowhere, you get Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows involved. It's heating up. But honestly, they're really, looking at Roman Reigns as their golden boy. We've all known that for a while now. They're trying to get Roman Reigns as hard over with the fans as possible. The fans are just not budging. No one likes Roman Reigns right now. I'm not trying to, be that asshole on here to come on here and be an internet darling and just give my thoughts based off other people's, reactions to him. The fans overall just don't like him. It's all self-explanatory. Look at the promos that he cuts. Look at his entrance. No one cares about Roman Reigns coming out, cutting his "I'm not a good guy, I'm not a bad guy, I'm the guy" kind of promo. Who cares? But how does this roll back to the whole Finn Balor situation? Everybody has been asking me, do you book Finn Balor coming out to the main roster? Now, this is a very interesting kind of subject, because how I would do it is, you build off on who attacked Roman Reigns. Last Monday Night on Raw, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson attacked Roman Reigns after a confrontation, showdown between Roman Reigns and AJ Styles, basically, heating up their match at Payback. And then once AJ Styles left the ring, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson ended up, hitting the ring, attacking Roman Reigns. And then this has been playing off for the last week. It played off in the second half or the third hour of Raw. It also went into SmackDown tonight. Miz was asking AJ Styles on who did it. That is where you bring Finn Balor into the scenario. Finn Balor could be the guy that can be, running as, I'm the one that sent Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. I'm the guy who did it. Now, does this mean that we're going to have AJ Styles immediately join the Balor Club? Or, if you want to go as a Bullet Club? This is where it gets kind of interesting, because I would think that AJ Styles has got to win the title at Payback. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a short-lived reign for Roman Reigns. But this is the only way it becomes credible. You have got to put AJ Styles as a heel. You run AJ Styles as a heel at Payback. Roman Reigns has got to be face. They have to continue him to be face. And then, you can run with this for the next couple of weeks. Have the Jericho Dean Ambrose storyline kind of, die down so that they can reform, they can get one part of the Shield back in Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. And then once once the Bullet Club continues to overpower, Ambrose and Reigns, then you can probably be ready for a Seth Rollins return and immediately be jumped into a storyline which features the Balor Club or the Bullet Club taking on the Shield, the reunion of the Shield. That is the best way how I would put it, with AJ Styles as a champion, of course. That's just personally how I would book it. I think that would, be the best way for them. Probably the only way for them is to do it that way, because you just cannot have, four guys beat up two. You can't have two guys beat up four guys. You have to get, the Balor Club, the Bullet Club over. And then once you can even it out, you have a star-studded lineup, then you can start having, a vertical base here. You can, it can be 50-50 here. You got the Balor Club, you got the Bullet Club, whatever the hell you want to call them. And you have it, a 4-on-3 match. You can ride this all the way to SummerSlam, even way beyond that. Because everybody's going to be tuning in every week by week, and it's going to help the rating system a whole lot as well. So there's going to be a lot of praise for it. There's going to be a lot of excitement, and everybody's going to mark out over it. And it's going to draw a lot of, indie wrestling fans, New Japan fans, because everybody wants to see, AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows. And then now you bring in, the first founding father of the Bullet Club, and that was Fergal Devitt, aka Finn Balor. So why not? It's going to bring in a lot of fans, outside fans, and it's going to really, it's going to leapfrog a lot of ratings for the WWE. I think I'm calling it right now. I think it's going to be one of the most interesting Raws, probably one of the most, paid, WWE pay-per-views, because everybody, this has got to be it. This has got to be the WWE's fast track to get Balor on the main roster. Everybody's going to mark out for it. So I honestly think you've got to make a huge impact. What better way than to do it on a pay-per-view this coming Sunday, or I think it was next week. Next Sunday is when Payback is. That's the best way to do it. If you guys think otherwise, feel free to leave your comments down below. My name is Justin Kish for the Nexus Sports Network, and I'll catch you guys in our next video.